Hello Libra. Welcome to your January 2022 reading. I'm doing this reading on December 31st, but you'll watch it when you do. I already mixed the cards off camera, but I'm doing them just once more on camera for good measure. My plan is to do a general romance spread in a horseshoe format, and then I'll do a one-on-one relationship spread. And then I'll do oracle cards from Spirit to you. And then I have some sex cards that I create out to you. And then I have oracle cards from your person. Oh, and then I have angel cards. Alrighty. So this is your horseshoe spread. We got your past, present, future, 3 to 4 months out. We got you in a nutshell. We got your environment. We got your hopes and your fears. And we got your 12-month outcome. Whew, okay. So it looks like Libra. Let's see, I'll put this in the camera. We got the 8 of Swords and we got Perseus gifts. It's weird. It looks like you're feeling kind of trapped. Like, you can't make a move, you can't do something without offending someone else, which is a very Libra thing to do. My mom's a Libra, and it's so funny when I want to get an answer from her. She'll like tiptoe around the answer just not to offend me, but I'm like, I don't understand what the answer was. Like, did she want it or not? Like, could she just say yes or no, please? So it could be like that's a situation. Maybe you feel like you can't do something without offending other people. And you got Perseus gifts here, so I don't know if you received a gift that you really didn't like, something like that, or I guess I could read this Perseus card, just to be for good measure. Perseus gifts. Perseus was one of many of the sons of Zeus who survived early attempts in his life and went on to become a superhero warrior. He was sent to behead the Gorgon Medusa and was helped by various deities. More good fortune came when he escaped from the winged horse Pegasus, which sprang up from the blood of Medusa. It seems that Perseus was always destined to receive gifts and find success. Traveling far and wide, he had many adventures in which he saved maidens, killed monsters, and avenged injustice. He also distributed the prizes he won to the gods. For instance, Athena was given the head of the Gorgon to wear on her breastplate. This card indicates that the gathering or giving of gifts, generosity, and rewards and achievement. Maybe you have a birthday due, or there is a celebration coming up which you get a nice surprise, or perhaps you will be giving a gift or a present to someone or yourself. For giving is just as good as receiving. Interesting. And this is a relationship spread, so apparently giving the gift or getting the gift is coming up as affecting your relationship in the past. Okay, so in the present situation we got the 4 of Pentacles, and we got Hera relating the wife of Jupiter, one of the greatest gods. It looks like you're kind of closed off right now, Libra. It looks like you're guarding your heart. You have enough money and you have enough stuff. You don't feel like you're overwhelmingly abundant, but you do have enough to scrape by is what it feels like. And it looks like you don't feel like you're in a position where you can share or open your heart to anyone right now. Hera is a god who forgives Jupiter for all his infidelity. We got it in reverse. So it's like maybe you feel hurt or you're not ready to forgive someone for something right now. And this guy's just begging for it. We got your 3 to 4 month future. Ooh, okay. We got the Six of Wands reversed, and we got Psyche, Doubtfulness. And I'll pull a few extra cards. Oh man, this is supposed to be a romance reading, Libra, but there's just money. Money's on your mind. So when this card is upside down, it might be like too much pride or egos in the situation, or someone needs to get rid of that. And we got it paired with Psyche, Doubtfulness. The card of Psyche, the story is like she and Eros, the guy over here. Eros is the god of passion, love, creativity, and sex. Eros is deeply in love with Psyche, and she just can't believe that someone could love her so much, and she just thinks it's not possible. She ends up cheating on Eros, and it devastates Eros. Eventually they get back together because Eros loves her so much that he can figure for anything. And she learns that she shouldn't have doubted his love. She shouldn't have tested the love. You know, she could have just believed it without having to test it. So it looks like maybe in the future there might be some sort of test of love. Someone might be too proud to admit they're wrong. I mean, there's some potential here, like, you know, you guys can work together to solve it and put some better foundations on your love, and you know, you could harvest that work and take benefit from it if you want to. But I mean, first you got to get over the doubt, get over testing someone's patience. Okay, Libra, we got you in a nutshell here. We got the King of Wands, and we got Demeter, Mother. So generally the King of Wands is, you know, a pretty good card, especially in terms of, I guess any of the Kings would be fun, in romance. Between like the Page and the Knight, the King is the expert, the master. In his case, he's of Wands, so of movement, action, passion, travel, getting things done, following his heart. So that's how you feel right now. Which is interesting because you have the Mother Demeter upside down. So the Mother, she's able to create things, but I'll read the card just for good measure. Oh. Let's read half of it. This card can represent motherhood and the cycle of the young maiden, mother, and crone. When Demeter lost her beloved daughter in the marriage to the lord of the underworld, the grieving mother deliberately refused to let the crops grow. She can give fertility, and she could prevent it. As a gardener, parent, and child, you are now surrounded by Demeter's powerful embrace. Whether in grief or fruitfulness, you can reach her love, and she will walk with you. I'll read the first paragraph too. In Greek mythology, we are told that Demeter gives the gift of grain, agriculture, and fertility. The fruitfulness of the rich Mother Earth is under her direct control, and she can give or withhold it. However, Demeter also represents the Eleusinian mysteries, which teach the humans that have a life cycle of wheat. From the seeds stored and the growing out of sight, it becomes a stronger plant or child, which matures into a young parent, giving forth and seedings again. Okay, so it's interesting because it's like you're in full control, but then you're holding back. You're holding back, but you're holding back something. This is the environment right here. This is not necessarily something you can control yourself, but the weather forecasters tell you like whether you should go out, stay in, or put on a raincoat. So it looks like there's a lot of major transformations changing, and it could be even a transformation against your will, because this is the god Hades bringing in Persephone, the daughter Demeter, down into hell. So some sort of change is happening, and there might be fighting against it. Not necessarily with you, but with your environment. and it's not a great environment for love right now, according to that card. We got the Knight of Wands, so there is some youthful spirit of wanting to travel around, explore, see new territories, get going, get up to speed. So there is some movement around, and it could be tied to this transformation. So once everything's settled down, you might be able to get back to being that traveler that you want to be. This is your hopes or your fears. So it looks like you fear someone leaving you. You fear being left behind. You fear being forgotten. And it looks like you're hoping for reunion. So that could mean that you're in disunion with someone right now. So yeah, maybe you guys are broken up and you're wondering if that person's going to come back or if they're going to find someone else. And you know, you just really want to get back together. I got this card for one of my friends when he was on the verge of divorce, and that was in his hopes and fears too. So I knew that he really wanted to get back with her, so as a friend, you had to support what he wants. So this is your 12-month outcome. It's kind of a mixed bag. We got Icarus in experience, and we got the King of Pentacles. So in this card, it looks like he's being tossed aside. It looks like he's kind of getting thrown out of the bag. The literal thing that's going on is Icarus had some wax wings, and he wasn't supposed to fly too close to the sun because they were going to melt if he went too high. And he did that. He enjoyed flying too high, and you know, he's falling below, and his followers looking back like, I told you not to do it, but you did it anyway, so I mean, what can I do? You know, if you can fall back down. He just didn't understand maybe the consequences of his actions. So in your 12-month outcome, it looks like there could be some sort of mistake where you think you know something, but then you really don't, and you kind of trip and fall, and you have to start back from the ground up, which is interesting because you got the King of Pentacles, two kings. So you do have your finances in order in the future. See, this is the current, this is the future. So you will feel like you have more money abundance. You will be able to share your money with your family and friends that you care about. You'll feel very stable and secure. You'll have a lot of the earthly materials. Anything you want to buy, you'll be able to buy it. You'll have enough money coming in. And money does affect your relationship, which, you know, this was supposed to be a relationship reading, but nothing really seems too hard on the relationship topic. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me shuffle the cards so we can do the one-on-one relationship spread. Alright, Libra. Let me just shuffle these one more time on camera for good measure. You know I'm not messing with you. Alrighty. So this is your one-on-one relationship for you and a specific person in mind. Okay. So this is typically you, the current, and this is typically the person in mind. Since it's a general reading, if you have to flip the slides, you know, go ahead. And this is your shared energy in the past, present, and future. So it looks like right now, Libra, you have a lot of worry going on in your life. Man. It looks like you're very anxious. You're not sure what's going to happen. You're staying up late at night. You might have bad dreams if you do get to sleep at all. You're worried about some sort of conflict. You're worried about if it can all hold together. Looking at the quote. Yeah. So you do have some doubtfulness. You're not sure if it's going to work out. We got psyche doubtfulness. You're not sure if you could trust the situation, if it's going to work out. You're not sure if you can trust life. This is your person. We got the Two of Pentacles, and we got Pluton, Underworld. Pluto, Hades, Hell. Let's see. So it looks like for your person, they feel like they're in a living hell. So that's pretty bizarre because, I mean, I guess you guys have something to worry about. They're trying to make a decision, and I believe I pulled these two exact cards for another sign too, for the other person, but they came out again, and you saw me shuffle them. Yeah, they're trying to make a decision. Should they... Oh, there's fireworks going on now. Should they leave this hell? Should they try to work through it? I'm not sure. I might have to close my window if the fireworks keep going on. The past shared energy. It looks like there's grief in your past. Something happened, and oddly enough, it was gonna happen. It was just a matter of time. I don't want to dig deep into that. Like, I mean, you probably know what it was. No need for me to make that, worse. To dig into that wound. The current shared energy between you and your person. It looks like, at least on the surface level, you're trying to work things out. You're trying to focus on each other, but there's still some deception. Someone's not fully transparent. Like, there's something hidden. The Trojan horse is like when the soldiers jump into the horse and get dragged into the city, even though they weren't supposed to go in there, and then they destroy the city. So yeah, on the surface level, you're trying to work it out, but someone's not fully being honest here. Like, not necessarily something you want to hear from a love reading, but that's what the card is there. Okay, so in the future, it's interesting combination. So Apollo, the god of light, luck, abundance, achievement, success, growth, the light that gives Earth the energy it needs to grow. But it's upside down, so it's like it's there, but it's stunted. And this one's stunted too. We got the Four of Wands in reverse and stunted. So it's like kind of like you work it out, but then you don't fully work it out. I think the other card you had there was that Hera card. So it's like you forgive him, but you kind of have a little bit of a bitter taste that you're not as good as it used to be. Oh man. Alright, well that is what it is. We'll move on to the next thing to read, so we don't just stare at a stagnant screen. Alrighty, my Libras. I'm going to pull some cards from Spirit. Get a bird's eye view of the situation. Without getting too extreme in any particular one person's view or the other. It's closer to the truth, versus the next cards that I'll do will be the person's point of view. Alrighty. Interesting. We got Wait. The timing is not quite right. Acceptance. But when cards are upside down, I either say it's the reverse, it's blocked, or it's to the extreme. So we got acceptance, everything happens for a reason. Marriage. This relationship is moving towards a sacred union. Or recommitment if you're already married. Here and now, your true love is already part of your life. Finances. Financial challenges are affecting this connection. Intuition. You already know the answer you seek. Passion. Try something you've never done before. This card's coming out for a few different people, and I'm kind of glad because that gives me a good, reason to pull out my Eros cards. So I mean, clearly the person you have is the one you're meant to be with, but you gotta wait, work it out. Something's not quite right. Maybe you guys will grow stronger from this turbulence. And money does affect everyone. Like, I mean, if you don't have enough money, then you feel like you're not worthy. You feel like you have to spend time working and not being with your loved ones. You might even have to do an hourly job where you're just having to grind away the hours and exchange your lifetime for money. But here, in light of this passion, let me pull some of these Eros Kiss cards. You could take them under consideration whether you want to try them or not. These could be cards that are something that you or your partner want to consciously or unconsciously want to try. Or it could be something that's recommended to you. I'm going to leave it open to all of the above. My astrology teacher would always joke with the little phrase that Venus loves penis. Venus being a Libra. So these are the things that you might want to consider for you, Libra. Whether it's you, your person, or Spirit saying give it a chance. Golden shower. So that means, having some sort of play in there. Crime of passion. I know that, normally means like actual crime, but like just going at it with full force, full heart is what I like. It's like they take over. BDSM. So I have specific BDSM cards in here, but you got the general all-purpose one in here. Bondage, dominance, submission. There's different ways that people have this acronym out. Seduce me with words. So maybe you or your partner want to be mentally seduced before you actually get to the actual bedroom. Sudden and overwhelming. So it looks like one of you guys wants something that's this hard, heavy, fast, and man, you just didn't see that it was going to happen like that. Outdoors. So maybe one of you guys wants to try a little bit of outdoor play, whether you feel like it brings you back to nature or you think there's some sort of risk involvement that might get you guys going. At your command. Again, kind of with the BDSM thing. Maybe one of you guys wants to be submissive and one of you guys wants to be the dominant and being told what to do. And I know it might sound absurd at first, but it's actually very freeing for both of you. Like one person gives up the responsibility and the other one takes the power, and that can let one of you guys or both of you guys enjoy the moment potentially if you're both into it. Romance me. Kind of reminds me of the seduce me words. So in addition to the physical experience, you want some of the sentimental experience of being wined and dined. You got candles here too. So yeah, you want someone to earn your love, your physical love and your emotional love. You want them to put out the bells and the whistles. And it looks like they like toys. I do have a power tools one in here, but this is any kind of toys will do to spice things up. And within this deck, I do have some pretty soft and some pretty kinky things, so these are the ones that came out for you, Libra. Remember, Spirit said, give something new a chance. Okay, so next I'm going to pull some cards from a specific person. If you have a specific person you need to get a message from. And these are from their perspective, so it might not be the truth, but it's their truth as they see it from their perspective. When I read this, it sounded kind of kinky, but I guess it's because I was just looking at those cards. I left a piece of me in you. I've been struggling. I'm starting to understand our connection. I feel so happy with you. You are so easy to see through. I know I was a distraction from your pain. I wonder how far this would go. So, I know this sounds a little sexual, but I mean, maybe they feel like they left an imprint on your life. It looks like whatever they're doing, they're struggling. And it does look like they like you. I mean, they feel like you really didn't like them. That you were just pacifying them, or they were just pacifying you. Yeah. So this card kind of feels like a mixed emotion. Like it kind of sounds almost like insult. I see easily through like they think you're lying and they think they see the truth. But it could also be like they just know you so well, like they know what you're thinking without even you having to say it. I wonder how far this would go. So I guess they were testing their boundaries, and they might have found out, you know, there is a point where you're going to say no. That's enough. I'll pull these cards for you. Ooh. Okay. So these are just a few more cards in case you feel like you need some more elaboration. I am not confident. Obsession. Don't talk to me. You are better off without me. You are weak. Which is a pretty insulting thing for them to say, but I did have a you were strong card in here too. So you could also, if you want to interpret as they were weak, if you feel like that's more towards their tune. Especially if they're not confident. So it seems like they are obsessed with you, but they don't want you to talk to them, which is odd. Like, yeah. They don't think they're good enough for you. But if you want to be with them, I mean, I guess you just let them know, you know? It's up to you to decide if they're good enough or not, you know? Alrighty. Alright, so let's finish off. Some more fireworks going on. With some advice to you, Libra. Chakra clearing. I'll hold it up here. Archangel Metatron, call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometry shapes. Alright. You could even see some of the shapes up here if you want to Google sacred geometry. Fairly easy to find online and print. If you're a designer or artist, you could always draw your own. If you wanted to, you could also do Reiki clearing, even if it's like a self-Reiki. My personal opinion is, like, I mean, the original Reiki guy, Dr. Usui, was able to get attuned on his own by spirit. Why couldn't anyone? You don't have to pay $1,000 for a Reiki teacher to do it for you. If you want to try to clear your own chakras on your own, it's up to you. It's actually always up to you. You have to choose and be open to it and say it is. Ask your spirit guides for help if you need it. Ask Metatron if you want. Topaz. Forgiveness heals. Time to release repressed anger as it's blocking your health and happiness. Again, you gotta clear that out. Whatever happened, forgiveness is best for you, for your benefit. So be selfish and do it for you, because carrying around anger takes a lot of energy and a lot of time and money. And there's other things you could think about versus being angry. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And you did have kind of passion in your cards, in your Eros cards. So try doing more things that make you feel passionate. If you don't want to do something passionate in the bedroom, you could also try doing something passionate in your life, whether it is painting, drawing, making food for your family, cleaning, doing makeup, whatever you just want to do for the sake of wanting to do it, regardless of the pay or money. Just doing it for the satisfaction that you want to do it. Go ahead and do it, because when you get into that vibration of passion, it will start to spill over to the other parts of your life too. Builder. Your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishments. So yeah, again, maybe you have a passion project, you want to build like a birdhouse, you want to build something with your hands, or even if it's like something in Minecraft, man, go out, do something with your hands or your virtual hands. I'd say do it with your real hands though. I mean, that's my opinion though. Zeus, divine expansion. Oh, let me see this advice. I actually don't pull the Zeus card. I don't think I've ever pulled the Zeus card before. Therefore, I will read the whole thing. This card denotes supremacy, superiority, and confidence. Hence, you choose it. You are likely to succeed and reign supreme in whatever you aspire on. Zeus defeated various monsters and demons to become the unchallenged, much-respected king of the gods, and his divine wisdom graces you now. He also defeated his father. The early days of the cosmos saw great planetary turbulence and upheaval, with belching volcanoes, violent earthquakes, and slowly Zeus brought order to and harmony to the lands and the sea. In the same way, victory is now possible. However, a few words of caution. From time to time, Zeus could get excessive, so do not allow arrogance to swell things. Hold yourself with dignity and grace. Use this time wisely, but also be confident and consider taking risks, for they should pay off handsomely. You should command and respect and can trust yourself and energy around you and deliver the best outcome. It would be difficult to lose now. Oh, I read it from the wrong book. That's why I didn't recognize it. I have 2 Greek cards. But, yeah. Alright. So, yeah, I'll just pull this. If you have a question of when something will happen, we'll just pull 2 cards. I'll pull an A and a B. If you want to choose between A and B, you can. Or if you have 2 different questions, you could ask 2 different questions. Here's A. Here's B. So around the same time, Libra, something might happen in July or June if those were your questions. Alright, Libra, thank you for joining me. Have a happy new year, and hopefully I can see you again next month. If you like this video, if it helped you in some way, please like the video, click the like button, and subscribe. Thank you.